8:45 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Lakshman Fonseca and read by Mario Vijayavardhana. The headlines. The President stresses that quicker and faster decisions have to be made for the betterment of the country and to see its progress rapidly. The government is to take several measures to promote domestic productions industries. The Sapugaskanda oil refinery has recommenced its operations after 2 months. The tourism minister says the government plans to draw at least 1 million tourists. Epidemiologists warn that there is an increased number of COVID-19 patients and also COVID-related deaths in the country today. Tamil Nadu remote villages are suffering from an infestation of yellow crazy ants. President Ranil Wickremesinghe stresses that quicker and faster decisions have to be made for the betterment of the country and to see its progress rapidly. He said time was separated and gone and the country is now seeking for a new political policy and disciplined political agendas. He said the public has totally rejected the decade-old and rotten political system. The president made these remarks at a function held at the Golden Mango Reception Hall in Anuradhapura. Addressing the gathering, he added that the bottom-level government officials should provide dedicated services to the general public and help the public to develop the country and also to build the economy. He also stressed that if the officials are unable to fulfill requirements of the people, it is better for them to resign from their respective occupations. He said that he reiterates all parties to join together to rebuild the country. The Prime Minister says the government is to take several measures to promote domestic production industries, including animal husbandry. He said it would also help to promote the economy of the farmers, and if the products are readily available, it will help to general public purchases their products at affordable rates. He made these remarks at a meeting with representatives of livestock producers' organizations at the Prime Minister's office recently. At the meeting, the representatives had dealt with the Prime Minister about promoting the industry of local livestock and to address the issues faced by the industry today. At the meeting, it was also discussed ways and means of providing their products at an affordable price to the people. The Prime Minister had said that the prices of eggs should be reduced so that all the people can afford it. Operations of the Sapugaskanda oil refinery has recommenced after 2 months. The oil refinery did not function due to the unavailability of crude oil in the country, as the government was earlier decided to halt the importation of crude oil due to the financial crisis. A ship carrying 100,000 MTs of crude oil arrived in the Colombo port. The stock of crude oil is now being unloaded. Another ship with 120,000 MTs of crude oil will arrive in the country next week. These stocks of fuel are enough for 40 days in the refinery. The ministry says that there will be no jet fuel shortages in the future. More than 200 flights which were scheduled to land in Sri Lanka for refueling diverted to India during the past 3 months. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Tourism Minister Harin Fernando says the government plans to draw at least 1 million tourists this year. He says it will be a reality as the ongoing crisis is now being settled. He added the government hopes to promote cultural tourism between India and Sri Lanka. He added the Tourism Promotion Bureau is expected to conduct a series of programs to promote tourism in Sri Lanka. A delegation headed by Minister Harin Fernando engaged in a tour in India to attract more Indian tourists to Sri Lanka. The minister said many problems existing in the country have now been solved. There is a better atmosphere for the tourism industry in Sri Lanka at present. He added the government expects to earn $2 billion from tourism during this year. Around 2,000 tourists are arriving daily in the country, and the government expects to increase the number to around 7,000 per day in the coming months. Chief Epidemiologist Dr. Samita Genage says that there is an increase in the number of COVID-19 patients and also COVID-related deaths in the country today. He requests the public to adhere to precautionary measures as practiced during the lockdown period. He especially asks the public to refrain from unnecessary gatherings. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Health encourages the public to obtain the 4th dose as soon as possible, as no adverse side effects of the COVID-19 vaccine have been reported. The Deputy Director of Health Services, Dr. Hemant Herat, said that only a small number of people have obtained the fourth dose so far and moreover urges the public to obtain the third dose as well. He also explained that the situation would become dire if the public does not obtain the third and the fourth dose as early as possible. A special intellectual committee will be appointed to oversee the increasing commodities in the local market. Minister Nalin Fernando said another committee would be appointed to supervise the quality of the food items in the local market. He added the committee will be operated with the intermediation of the Consumer Affairs Authority.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
President Ranil Wickremesinghe stresses that quicker and faster decisions have to be made for the betterment of the country and to see its progress rapidly. He said time was separated had gone and the country is now seeking for a new political policy and disciplined political agendas. He said the public has totally rejected the decade-old and rotten political system. The President made these remarks at a function held at the Golden Mango Reception Hall in Anuradhapura. Addressing the gathering, he added that the bottom-level government officials should provide dedicated services to the general public and help the public to develop the country and also build the economy.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Watch Life is brought to you by
A Strength to Your Life. CIB Janajaya Vasana has commenced. Valuable gifts and all bills are on 31st of October. Come to CIB today.
The National Dengue Eradication Unit says that 1,590 dengue patients were found last week. The director of the unit, Dr. Sudha Samaravira, said that more than 50% of them were found in the Western Province. He said 56 medical health divisions of the country have been declared as dengue high-risk zones. He further said more than 50,000 dengue patients have been reported up to now from the beginning of this year.
A Strength to Your Life. CIB Janajaya Vasana has commenced. Valuable gifts and all bills are on 31st of October. Come to CIB today.
In world news headlines, Japanese government is planning to revise rules and regulations accepting foreign workers. Russia to quit the International Space Station. Tamil Nadu remote villages are suffering from an infestation of yellow crazy ants. The Japanese government is planning to revise rules and regulations accepting foreign workers. It is to carry out under a specified skills program in light of economic challenges due to the coronavirus pandemic. Accordingly, Japan will accept more people in the food and beverages manufacturing plants. A new visa status for specified skills program was created 3 years ago to address labor shortages in Japan. Russia has decided to quit the International Space Station after 2024 and focus on creating its own orbital outpost, according to the newly appointed chief of the country's space agency. Roscosmos Director General Yuri Borisov told Russian President Vladimir Putin in comments released by the Kremlin on Tuesday that Russia will fulfill all obligations to their partners, but the decision to leave the station after 2024 has been made. Hundreds of people who live in 7 villages in the southern Indian state of Tamil Nadu say they are reeling from an infestation of yellow crazy ants. These insects, they say, attack their livestock and affect crop yields, putting their livelihoods in danger. Yellow crazy ants are among the world's worst invasive species, according to the International Union for Conservation of Nature. They don't bite or sting, but spray formic acid, which can cause hazardous reactions to all mammals. That was world news, and now in development news. The ship carrying the second part of the stock of urea fertilizer received by the country under the Indian Loan Assistance Scheme has arrived at the port of Colombo. The Ministry of Agriculture stated that it has brought 21,000 MTs of urea. The unloading of the fertilizer stock has already started. The Ministry of Agriculture stated that the fertilizer will be distributed to the agricultural services centres within a few days.
Sports News is brought to you by
Sampath Bank. We present your future.
Sri Lanka could go with Danushka Chamara for the Asia Cup. Danushka Chamara had a muscle injury in his left leg during the training session on Friday. He was included in the 20-member squad selected for the Six Nation tournament to be played in Dubai starting from the 27th of August. The selection committee sources said they are looking for an alternative and name of the new players will be announced tomorrow. In boxing news, a second match between heavyweight boxing champion Ukrainian Alexander Usyk and former champion British Anthony Joshua took place in Jeddah in Saudi Arabia last night. At the match, Ukrainian Alexander Isak remained unbeaten, and former champion British Anthony Joshua scuffed his third defeat of his career.
Cash through NSP globally and win wonderful gifts locally. From October 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency 3 times through NSP U Trust.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The Consumer Affairs Authority has stipulated a maximum retail price on eggs. Accordingly, the price of a white egg is now 43 rupees, while the price of a brown egg stands at 45 rupees. This was announced in a special Gazette notification published by the CAA Chairman Shantanu Riyalla, acting under the powers vested by the CAA Act No. 9 of 2002.
Business News, sponsored by
Cash through NSP globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSP Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSP Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency 3 times through NSP U Trust.
Economic news, courtesy of...
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act No. 42 of 2011.
The President's Media Division reported attention of the government has been directed towards the expansion of the government officials' foreign employment and referral program. During the discussion with the President's Secretary, Saman Ekanayake, focus was placed on expediting the program, on increasing foreign exchange through productively engaging state sector employees in foreign employment and resolving issues faced by the connected institutions.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act No. 42 of 2011.
And now for the weather report. The Met Department says showery conditions are expected to enhance to some extent in the southwestern parts of the island. Showers will occur at times in the western, Sabragamua and northwestern provinces and in the Kandy, Nuwara Eliya, Gala and Mathura districts. Showers or thundershowers will occur at a few places in the Uva and eastern provinces during the evening or night. That was the weather report. And now the headlines of this news broadcast once again. The President stresses that quicker and faster decisions have to be made for the betterment of the country and to see its progress rapidly. The government is to take several measures to promote domestic production industries. The Sapugaskanda oil refinery has recommenced its operations after 2 months. The Tourism Minister says the government plans to draw at least 1 million tourists. Epidemiologists warn that there is an increase in the number of COVID-19 patients and also in the COVID-related deaths in the country today. Tamil Nadu remote villages are suffering from an infestation of yellow, crazy ants. That concludes this news broadcast. You're with Radio Sri Lanka.